Respected Madam, I am Nimizer of T1CSN with index number 0525181. I'm going to present on files and exception handling. And firstly, I'm going to explain on the reason for requiring the file handling. It is required for data storage, data retrieval, large data management, data sharing, and backup and record keeping. Now let me explain each one of our subtopics with the explanation. Firstly, I'm going to explain on data storage. Variable store data temporarily. Once the program ends, the data is lost. And for an example, saving a user login details, scores or reports. Secondly, a data retrieval, and files allows program to read, store data and use it again later. Some of the examples for the data retrieval are reading the safe setting or the student database when the program starts. Thirdly, I'm going to explain on data management system. File can handle the large amount of data that cannot fit in the memory at once. Example, handling the log files, CV database or the text document. Fourthly, I'm going to explain on data sharing. Files make it easy to share the information between different programs or systems. Some of the examples are exporting a report in .txt.py format to use by another application. Lastly, I'm going to explain on backup and record keeping. Files maintain a record or backup of important information. Some of the examples are storing the transaction history, employee data, or the system logs. Now I'm going to explain on basic file operations. So I'm going to demonstrate on a different mode such as read, write, append and create, and also I'm going to explain on how to avoid the file not found error while we are reading the file, and I'm going to explain or demonstrate on reading a file using a loop statement. Lastly, I'm going to explain or demonstrate on how to delete the file. Let me show the demo. Firstly, we have to create the file. Let me give the file name called demo.py. So I'm going to save this file at desktop, create file. Now I'm going to create a text file using a code. Firstly, let me give the variable name called file. It's going to open bracket open comma. The file that I'm going to create is text dot comma. We have to put inverted comma w and plus this will create a text file. Now let me run. Since a text file here is a text file, it was created. Now let me write something here. Hello my friend. Hello my friend, what are you doing? I'm happy. Save it. Now I'm going to read this file. Before reading the file, I'm going to give a comment and give comment this. If I don't give the comment, this will keep on creating a new file which will affect us to show the output while we are reading the file. Now I'm going to read the file using a basic reading mode. Firstly, let me give the name, variable name f is equal to open bracket open, then text txt comma, and we have to use w comma and r here means a mode for reading the file. Enter. Now I'm going to read the file using read. Firstly, before reading, we have to write f dot read, and yes, in order to see the output, we have to give the variable name. Variable name can be given what we like, so I'm going to give an give info is equal to. Now I'm going to print the item that has been read using info. Now here we print the output. Here it is the file text, which is in the text file will be read using a basic read function. Secondly, I'm going to read this using a loop statement. Let me give comment I'm going to read using loop. Firstly, give me a variable name f is equal to open. We have to do same this and inverted comma first text dot txt into r dot read. In this loop statement, I'm going to use the for loop for I in f, and I'm going to print I. Then we run the code. This will, using a loop statement also, we can read the file here. In order to avoid this space, we can use here comma equal to. This will avoid the space between hello my friends, what are you doing, and I'm happy. Here this place no space here. Now I'm going to use the append mode to add the message from behind. Let me give the variable name f open inverted comma double inverted comma text comma double inverted comma. Since I'm going to append the message, we have to use the a here. Now f dot write the message that I'm going to add is your book great. In order to see the information, we have to give the variable, we give info. Next, I'm going to print info info. Now let me run the code. LOS close. Whenever we read the file, we shouldn't forget to close the file. Now let me run it here. Since I didn't read the file, now the text will be, message will be added from the behind here. This is a message added from the back. If I want to see the message, I have to read the message again. Let me copy this and copy. If I want to put the message, Ctrl plus V, F dot close, and let me read here. Here it is the message. It is from behind. I'm going to use the write mode here. Put instead of R, let me put here W. Now in the difference between append and write is the append will not erase all the message, just it will add the message from the behind or end. But in case of write mode, it will erase all the old message. It will just add only a new message that I'm going to that we are going to add. Let me add the message here. I'm going to add the message. What I'm going to add is do you like this college? Now I'm going to run the code. Here we have to go here. The difference between, as I said, it will remove all the messages. Now in order to see here, let me copy copy this code. C, Ctrl plus C, let me paste, Ctrl plus V. Let me read the code. Read, use R. Now let me read the code. Let me run. There are all the messages are right there, but in case of write, it will remove all messages. It will just execute a new message that we write using a write method. So how to delete the file? Now firstly, in order to delete the file, we have to use import os and os dot input model, remove remove. Here we have to go, we have to see the file location. Before the text file is here, after deleting it will vanish from here. Now I'm going to delete this file. Now let me execute the code. Since I am deleting the file will be permanently deleted from here. Now let me execute the code. Explain on how to avoid a file not found error. In order to avoid this error, while we are reading the file, we have to define the file name properly in order to not cause the error. So I'm going to say that in order to avoid this error, we should properly define the file name. So thank you. So this would be my end of my presentation. If you guys have a doubt, just DM me lah.